Everything is always about race with Trump. And I don't mean from Trump. I mean from the left. It's like the only play they have. I saw this story from NBC and I was like, whoa, is this true? It's from the other day, last night. It says Trump campaign attacks AOC Democrats. This is our country, not theirs. The language used in the email is similar to the racist attack by Trump on 4 Democratic congressmen of color known as the Squad last month. Guess what? It's a lie. It's fake news. It is complete fake news. And I saw this headline and I was like, oh no, did Trump say this again? Because listen, I'll tell you this, man. When Trump said they should go back to whatever country they're from and fix it and then bring it, come back here and tell us what they did because they need their help, people were like, that was it. That was racist. And I slammed it. I said, this is ignorant, blah, blah, blah. Called out the president for it. Then I made a video where I was like, he played us like, he was trying to play this game and manipulate the media. So I fell for that for sure. But I still disagree with what he said. I still think Trump is boorish. Here's the thing. This is a lie. This is a lie. Let me say it one more time. This headline and their framing from NBC News is nightmarishly dystopian. Trump did not say the country that is not AOC's or the Democrats. He didn't make a racist attack against the Squad saying it's not their country. He said the country isn't the coastal elites. He said this is a country for all people of every zip code. Isn't that amazing? Check it out. Not even an exaggeration. They give you this headline, which most people will just read and say, Trump said it's our country, not theirs, to AOC. What a bigot. He didn't. Now, he was making a reference to the calls to abolish the Electoral College and said this is not a country for the coastal elites. He said, Socialist Rep AOC recently called for abolishing the Electoral College. Remind her, this country belongs to Americans from every zip code, not just the coastal elites and liberal megadonors. This is our country, not theirs. Oh, what does theirs refer to? What group? Liberal elites in coastal megacities or whatever. That's what he was saying. Think about it. He said, this is a country for all Americans, not the elites on the coast. It is our country, not theirs, referring specifically to extremely wealthy urban individuals with tons of money. And what does NBC say? It parrots a racist attack. Well, let's read the story, and I will continue to drag it. But before we do, in the description below is a channel, Timcast IRL. Subscribe, because I'm going to be producing a behind-the-scenes and on-the-ground vlog, field reporting. There's going to be a lot of boring stories. Well, I shouldn't call them boring, but you're going to see videos of me like talking to a small-town grandma eating a slice of apple pie. I want to go on the ground and meet real Americans and talk to them about issues like this. Do you really think Trump is racist? What do you think he meant with this email? I want to hear what they have to say. It'll be pretty political, but admittedly, there might be a lot of small-town economics. I want to get away from the national stage and bring it back to the American people. Go down and talk to someone and say, how's the economy going for you? Ignore Fox News and CNN and MSNBC. They're gonna tell you one thing or the other, that's fine. But how do you feel as an American? That's what I want to do. Subscribe to this channel because we are getting ready to go on the road and it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's going to be vloggy travel stuff. There's going to be like me walking to a gas station and like meeting a small town dude. And there's going to be me eating a cheeseburger, like the famous burger stop in the small town in the panhandle of Oklahoma or something. I'm thinking of the right place. I know. Let's read the news. So that's in the description below. Subscribe and stay tuned because it is about to ramp up. President Donald Trump's re-election campaign attacked AOC in a campaign email on Tuesday for her calls to abolish the Electoral College, telling supporter that this is our country, not theirs. You see how evil this is. They don't want you to understand the truth. They want you to just believe fake news, and then they blame everyone else for fake news. And if you watch the segment before this one, you can see how they're trying to get me deleted. They want to lie about channels like mine and include me in the intellectual dark web. Like, please, dude, I'm not an academic. I guess fine, when you use the New York Times definition of literally people talking politics, sure, I'm that. I'm not an academic, and I'm nowhere near on par with the academics who are having these conversations. But this is what they want to do. They don't want me to show you that Trump didn't actually say theirs in reference to AOC. He said theirs in reference to the rich people, to the rich urban people who donate the liberal mega donors. The attack was prompted by comments from Ocasio-Cortez last week when she called the Electoral College a scam and said the constitutionally mandated way the U.S. picks its presidents dilutes the voting power of people of color. And there it is. The Electoral College is racist. Yeah, okay. Listen, we are a country of states. The states are sovereign, at least that's my understanding, And there is a union, the United States of America. The reason why the Electoral College makes sense is because the states choose who they want to represent us federally in the executive branch. There are a lot of other reasons why the Electoral College makes sense. You probably heard me rant about it. But it makes sure that big cities don't strip the resources of small towns. It gives them weight in this election. Heaven forbid we have a popular vote, and then you get a politician going to LA, New York, Chicago, and then maybe like 10 smaller cities, and they ignore all rural areas. Some people will say, yeah, but they still campaign in Iowa. They only campaign in Iowa because of the Electoral College. Oh, but even though they campaign in Chicago, they still go to smaller towns in Illinois, right? Because Chicago on its own isn't enough to win all of Illinois. Go federal, do a popular vote, and they don't need small town Illinois. They just need the bulk of the votes. They say the language used in the email is similar to the racist attack by Trump on 4 Democratic congresswomen of color known as the Squad last month, in which he tweeted that the group should go back and try to fix the crime-infested places they originally came from. The group includes Ocasio-Cortez, I'll give you the rundown of the Squad just because there may be some people who aren't familiar. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts. So Tlaib is in Michigan, Omar is in Minnesota. 3 of the women are U.S. born. Omar, a Somali refugee, moved to the U.S. when she was 12 and is a naturalized citizen. They say Trump won there's more to this. There doesn't need to be more to this. Trump won the presidency. Actually, let's do this. This is going to be fun. We're going to pull up some tweets. Trump won the presidency in 2016 with 304 electoral votes against Hillary Clinton's 227. However, he lost the popular vote by 3 million. After losing the popular vote to Clinton, he called the Electoral College genius and far better for the USA. But in 2012, he called the system a disaster in a tweet after Obama won re-election. Now, here's the thing. Trump absolutely has a history of tweets that are just darn hilarious. They are. But I gotta admit, look, we can rag on Trump for his past comments because many of them reflect his own presidency, but it's also important to point out people change. They want to dig up old tweets and act like Trump can't change his opinion on something. How about this? Trump thought the Electoral College was bad, then ran for president and realized it was good. Why? Well, it helped him win. He now understands why it made sense. Look, AOC tweeted, I'm so glad the president and I agree the Electoral College has to go. Sure, but this is a tweet from 2012, man. And it's Trump being off the cuff and being boisterous and boorish like he always is. I don't care. Look, I'll criticize Trump for saying the Electoral College was bad for democracy back then. But he's saying it's good now? Well, he's right. It is good now. Ocasio-Cortez would like a world where big cities who don't understand how rural folk live can dictate how they live. There will, it would be the collapse of the union faster than you could say collapse of the union. There are small towns in California, for instance, where they don't have a county-based voting system, right? And the big cities outvote the small cities. And guess what happens? The small cities lose access to surface water. That's one of the best examples I've seen of why the Electoral College makes sense. Let's say you live in. I'm gonna do a tidbit on the Electoral College because I got to push back on this. Maybe I should just rag on the fake news, but look, I'll wrap up the EC stuff. If you live in a small town in North Dakota and you discover vibranium, okay, I'm joking on purpose. A rare metal no one's ever found before. Well, they'll come and steal it from you. However, with the Electoral College system, you at least have more weight in that election. It may not be enough, but at least the states can push back. Without this, everything falls apart. But let's get to the crux of the problem here. First, they try claiming the Electoral College is racist. Please spare me. I am so sick and tired of hearing the word racist. It means literally nothing. Nothing. You are saying nothing. The Electoral College is racist. Okay, so then Trump says this is a country for all Americans, not just coastal elites. And NBC jumps to the line to bow before AOC and provide her that defense. From classism? What? And they claim Trump is being racist for pointing out class problems? How did we get to a point where Tucker Carlson has a segment where he says, this is an attempt to distract you from class issues? Tucker? Fox News? He's right. I've been talking about class issues the whole time since Occupy Wall Street. And they've changed the narrative. And they want you to believe now that simply, look, the Electoral College protects poor people in small towns in this country. So now they're claiming it's racist. And now NBC is publishing fake news to defend the Squad. I'm not surprised. I'm going to sneeze, so I'll stop here. Stick around. One more segment coming up in a few minutes, and I will see you all shortly.